Hi everyone, Martin here again. Haven't done a video for a while for the last 3 weeks, been a little bit busy, plus been playing a lot of golf. Anyway, let's just update as to where I am at the moment. I've got a letter here from, well, it's an email actually, from a chap who's inquired about the course, and let me just read a little bit of what he's actually asking. I earn £70,000 in my job right now, but over the next 2 years I'm looking to get past £150,000 per annum at least. So I need to know whether the potential from your training is there to achieve this. I'm a pro marketer in business, but not so much on the internet as a tool. Right, now, obviously this chap's a marketer, as he says here. He's been doing this obviously for a while, but he's never done it online. Now, this is typical of the type of mindset which, following business opportunity, get rich quick type information, which those of you who have been doing that for a while now, this gives you this mindset that you can double your income overnight, earn £10,000 a month within 3 or 4 weeks or something like that. It doesn't happen. This isn't, you can go on to a game show on the TV, and even there you can't double your money. Most people come away with zero or very little when they're on a game show, and that's giving money away, just answering a few questions. So how can you possibly expect to double your income in a field which you probably know nothing about within a couple of years? It takes a good couple of years for you to learn a trade or any sort of skill which is going to generate an income for you. So this chap, let me just read on a bit more. I'm looking for most help in finding niches, where to source products globally, if so, licensing achievable for decent products, and getting customer lists together. Probably the most difficult parts. So how much of your CD is dedicated to these areas, please? Well, first of all, where to source products. Well, it's not all necessarily about sourcing products. With what I primarily teach you is how to find hungry markets, how to find niches, and how to supply them with something which they may want. And using the internet as a tool to get in front of your audience. There are certain tools out there. People get bogged down with buying tools and buying the next must-have tool. There are tools for Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. There's the AdWords system, obviously. Mailing lists, signature files in forums. People say you can build a business around putting a signature file to drive traffic to your website. These are all systems on how to achieve additional things. You can't base your system around advertising on Twitter, for example. These are add-ons, so to speak. They are useful. I do use them. I've dabbled with them. I've tried them. They can increase traffic. But you can't build your traffic, your system or your income around one of these systems. It's about knowing where you can and can't advertise using the internet. Whatever happens, if you're coming into something new, a venture which you want to go into new with no standing, you've either got to get a standing in that market, or you've got to have an income, some backup money where you can get in front of that market and with an advertising budget. That's going to take a lot of money. Beginners don't normally have a lot of money to invest in advertising. So the other way to do it is obviously free methods of getting in front of your audience. Very rarely will that ever generate you money overnight, but it has got the facility of letting you know and understand how the business works. There are so many different free traffic ways of getting traffic to your website. But if you want to have an immediate impact, one, you've got to be in the right market. Two, you've got to have the right product. 9 times out of 10, I don't believe in selling rebranded products. The products that tend to be created with master resale rights to sell are directly sold, marketed at internet marketers wanting their first product. And they're normally £500, £600, £700. You're probably going to go into the markets which I've mentioned before: diet and fitness, hypnosis, trading, blah, blah, blah. You've heard it all before. I've said it all before. For you as a beginner, you're never going to be able to exploit them markets because, one, you haven't got enough advertising budget, and two, you haven't got enough standing as an expert in them markets. The experts run them markets, and also they've got all the top-notch advertising. You can slowly get yourself involved in a market which is unexploited. The advertising from the big marketers and the big gurus they've got the big niches all sewn up. But there are so many sub niches and little niches where you can actually exploit as a one-man band and come in as either a perceived expert or market a product to that niche subject. And this is where I take you down these pathways. But you're going to need to learn your trade. It's like anything. Don't come in expecting to double your income within 2 years. As this chap said, he earned £70,000. That's not me mocking this chap, by the way. That's me just trying to put the level head on what his aspirations are. And this is probably by what he's been told in the past, maybe, or what he's looked at in previous training or other get-rich-quick opportunities. In other words, you can double your money or make vast amounts of money quickly. Yes, you can make money, large sums of money from internet marketing, but you have to start at the bottom. It's like any trade. You've got to start at the bottom, find out what tools to use, find out how to research and search markets. Most people do this the wrong way, by the way. There are a lot simple. I know people who get lists and lists of keywords. They're told to research keywords, find your keywords, build up a long keyword list, and then they go and create a product because they found the keyword list of titles which they think they can exploit. And before they know it, their head's full of figures, full of written down documentation, keywords, list, tracking, blah, blah, blah. At the beginning, you need to know the simple formula of how to find markets, how to find niches, how to find or create or source products, and how to market to these people on a limited budget. This is your learning curve. You want to be doing this first, learning how to break free from your employer before you start saying, I want 40, 50, 60, 70,000 pounds a year. You want to start off with a limit you can actually realistically achieve. £100 a month isn't a bad starting figure, and then work it up from there. Slowly working up, and you can do all this by hopefully contacting me and buying my Online Empire Builder DVD set, where I give you a step-by-step approach that beginners tend to overlook and get confused because they're taken into buying into the dream of easy riches. I don't do that. You get to know from me what I went through when I broke out of the so-called rat race. It took me a good couple of years, but I did study, but I can shorten your learning curve because I've done all the training, and that's what I'm actually doing now with my students. Anyway, that's me signing off for another little video there. I'll speak to you again soon. Thanks very much indeed, and goodbye.